Alright guys, welcome back to beautiful Tahitian County, Iowa. So as I kind of said in the last episode, this is going to be the last episode of the Tahitian Survival Series, at least on FS22. So if they do update the map to put it to FS25, that would be awesome, but I kind of doubt it based on the little bit that I've heard about these modders and the little bit that I've read. I don't think, unless someone else does it, I don't think they will. But I don't know. That's completely up to them. I'm not them. So if they do, I would love it. I would love to see this map on there, but we will see. That being said, I decided I'm going to do kind of a quick tour of everything, show you guys everything that I've got, everything that I've built, everything that I built for the map too, just kind of from the creative perspective side. Yeah. So I guess first up, if you guys remember, I had a different farm setup to start. What actually happened was I logged off after probably, gosh, I don't know what episode was that. Whatever the storm episode that I called it way back at the beginning of this series. What actually happened was uh, uh, something corrupted the file, which is why I was never really a huge fan of this map. Was the first startup or first couple startups that I had with this map, I had so many issues. The survival got corrupted 2 different times. Um, this save got corrupted 2 different times. The first time completely washed it. I had to restart, which is why we had the storm come through. So yeah, which honestly I kind of like that. Gave me an opportunity to kind of build the stuff a little bit more the way I wanted versus the way I kind of had started it at. But yeah, um, and then there was another time on the dairy series when the Tahitian County Dairy was a thing. It actually got corrupted as well, and yeah, I actually, which wasn't really their fault. What actually happened was I was in the middle of recording, and during that recording, I lost power for a little bit. Even though I have a battery backup, it didn't switch in right away. So my computer like flashed and shut down. So I lost some of the save file for the game, as well as I lost a bunch of the recording of silage chopping that day. So you guys will have to watch those episodes. They're deep within the playlist, but yeah. So yeah, I guess I built this little house here because honestly, in real life, I don't think I'm ever gonna need a big house. I don't really. I don't know. This is gonna sound probably counterintuitive more than you guys care to hear, but I don't really plan on having kids. And if my girlfriend and I ever if we do decide, I can expand a house pretty easily. I can build. I've done a lot of construction stuff, so I could build stuff if I needed to, if I or wanted to, just to give myself some more room at some point. But yeah, I like this house style. I think this was a really good mod. But like I said, I really like this house. The white and black is really cool to me. And then you got the wood siding like that. That's awesome. So in here, in this little garage here, um, we got Ford F350. Yep, F350. Um, I'll show you guys. I think that's one pickup, and the other one's down at the auction yet. I literally stopped recording the auction episode, jumped back here, and then started this episode because I'm trying to get these done today because I actually Uh, as of recording this, I have a Thanksgiving to go to, which I know this is actually coming out in January, but I'm trying to get a bunch of these backlogged so I can get through some of the holidays without having to worry about recording anything and make sure you guys have some content. So anyway, we got our coon drill, our dry box spreader, a sunflower ripper or disc ripper, and the sunflower cultivator that's back there. That disc ripper I used like once. Um, mainly because even though we do disc grip in real life, I don't think that we need to do it in real life as often as we do. But also that those episodes took an immense amount of time to record. Whenever I do a tillage episode, usually like it's actually maybe I'll record 45 minutes of actual tillage stuff, and then I go off screen and to finish up tillage on the rest of the farm or something. I mean, it sometimes would take, especially when I did the neighbor stuff in early episodes. Some of that, I mean, it would take me 3-4 hours. So that's why I kind of stopped the neighbor stuff a little while ago and just focused on the farm itself. Anyways, moving on, we got a Case 2150 16 row with fertilizer. I had shown you guys that. I don't know. We'll see what FS25 has to offer. I'm not positive as of this moment yet what I'm going to do for FS25, but I really like this planter style, but I really hope they have more options. Which, granted, a lot of this is mods. Almost, Jesus, now that I think about it, I don't think I have a single thing here that's not modded into the game somehow, or was a mod that I brought. I'm pretty sure everything here was a mod, or is a mod, except for the here. You know what? I got you. Except for this fuel tank. This is original in the game. Yeah. So we got a Kinsey 850 cart hooked up to the MT 775 Challenger, and then we got a J&M whatever number this is cart. What number we got? 1051 cart that's hooked up to the MT 875. Even though Challenger is, I don't even know. They don't make track tractors anymore. I don't know what AGCO does with Challenger now. Do they still make smaller ones? Leave a comment below if you guys do know. Probably at this point I'll look it up at some point after this episode. Now that I think about it. Anyways, we built this shop after one of the like half corruptions that I found. One of the mods, actually, yeah, this shop that a couple episodes, or well, yeah, several episodes back at this point, I had a different shop that sat here, and whenever I parked stuff in there, it had a tendency to just kind of move around on its own, which was really annoying. And so I basically created the fire stuff because that is very realistic. Actually, one of my neighbors, I watched his shop burn down not that long ago because of a spark that got somehow, instead of having a sealed insulation or sealed inside like this, the insulation they could get to it. It was just kind of, if you've ever seen insulation, they had thrown a spark into it, and it was right up against some dust and some boards, is at least what I was told. And then once it caught one of the boards on fire, it was, and by the time he noticed, half the shed was on fire, and they couldn't save it. So, oh yeah, the bins. I went a little excessive on these, but I also think that the yields on here are just not set up right on FS22. Maybe it'll be better on FS25, but if you have a farm like this one over here, that I mean, granted, I've combined it and changed it a bunch of times, but they say this is 45 acres. That would fill half one of these bins half full. Well, one of the smaller ones, probably half to a quarter full, at least a quarter. So probably we'll say a third. Um, and yeah, but then I have all these other fields here that yeah they don't even come close to. So, and I know I don't do everything the way Farm Sim wants you to do it. The 2.5 added yield to um, roll it or something like that. But in my area, there isn't much for rolling. There is some in the area. I think you get into some of the more gravel fields. Some of those guys do it a little bit more often, but we don't do it. And which honestly, I would like to kind of do it a little bit. But yeah. Anyways, yeah. So Brock bins. Brock is very popular in our area. Also, GSI is pretty common. There's GSI dealer nearby and a Sukup dealer um, in another town not that far away. And Brock is a little bit newer to the area, but the guy that puts up Brock in our area I know pretty well. And if we ever build another bin, we'll probably go with the Brock, unless the GSI guy can just over come over the top with it again and just overtake it. Anyways, backhoe to use to unload those. And then we got a Kloss Lexion 890. I know you guys are probably sick of this style combine because I think I had it in almost every series at one point. But I really like Kloss and Lexion. I hated that they went to the green and white color scheme, but I really liked this version of Kloss. Um, when it was the yellow and black version, they were top. Well, I shouldn't. They were definitely top in corn harvest for sure. Pace was very good all around. Kloss in corn, you couldn't beat it. Like Kloss, Lexion 8900. Like, yeah, this series, you could not beat it in corn at the time. It had a better sample, could go faster than any of the other rivals, and yeah. So, yep, we got a 7R with a loader. We also had a 7R with a loader in there. But here's a 690 baler that I've had most of the time. Actually, I think I've had this since almost the start, now that I think about it. I wonder how many hours that has. I'd look, but I know that I haven't cleaned up the auction mess, so there's like 3 of them on there right now, so I'm not going to look, unfortunately. Next up, we got our T880 with our Mauer trailer. Mauer is now a defunct brand, basically. Demco bought them and basically just, I think, for mainly the manufacturing as well as the design for the trailers. And actually, Demco trailers are becoming very common in my area now. Granted, I think it's mainly because they're manufactured within, like I said in the last episode, a couple hours from where I live. But yeah, we also got a, well, I call it the U.S. Food. I really like this Freightliner mod because I like semis that give us the labels on them, or even pickup trucks that have old labels on them and stuff like that, because it's especially for the consignment series that I was putting the consignment sale series that I was putting together there for a while. This was made it a little bit more accurate because some of the consignment sales in our area, like companies literally will dump off 5 trucks, whether it be pickup trucks, service trucks, or semi trucks, and be like, sell these for us. It's a lot easier than them selling them to someone else, and yeah. So then we got, like I said in the last episode, Timpty Super Hopper. I really love this mod. I wish it would have come out earlier in FS22. I also wish I would have started recording earlier in FS22. But yeah, I wish more mods came out earlier. A lot of the mods I wish came out earlier. I know it takes a lot of time to get mods correct, but it seems like all of a sudden now, as FS25 is coming out, a lot of mods that I like are coming out now too. So that's unfortunate. But yeah. So I'm going to jump up into the air and we're going to fly over to the other acreage. And so yeah, so here's the other acreage that I built out. The house was here. I think there was supposed to be a shed here, but for whatever reason, it wasn't included in the mod pack for this map. That's another thing that kind of bugged me about this map is normally a lot of the mods are just built into the map. So when you download the map, you download the mod pack at the same time, which I think I heard this map was leaked, so maybe they didn't have time to include it. But I feel like even after it's leaked, you should be able to put it together. But I guess I don't know. I don't know. I don't understand why there were so many issues sometimes, but it is what it is. But I put this shed here, and I put this little shop over here. Actually, this little whoopsies. You didn't see that. This little shed here was kind of nice. It's like a combine shed. And then over here is like a little shop that I kept the sprayer and stuff in. kind of realistic to how um, in real life stuff, uh, like we at my grandpa's place, we can't store anything in a heated shop. So the guy that we farm with, uh, we run our whatever we need to store inside. We run it over there, which is only like two sprayers usually, uh, like small ATV sprayers. Um, we bring over there, and then yeah, usually he'll store it for us. But usually we now recently we've been putting um, in or I was gonna say in God no. We've been putting antifreeze in it to make sure it doesn't freeze, rather than just putting it in a heated shop. So yeah. Um, let's see. Where should I go for a build out thing? We'll go into town here quick. Run over here. First up, I put this seed shed down. One of the cooler mods that I randomly found one day scrolling through one of the mod sites that I use. It's a seed. Basically, it is identical to the Hefty dealer that's near us too. Almost identical. They have a bigger office and honestly a true office on it, but kind of a cool little warehouse thing. And kind of helped me build some of the story as well. So over here um, is the Anhydrous setup that I built out. Um, it's kind of cool setup there. They have this cool little bowl setup here. In real life, that's usually what most companies do is they dig out the ground and set these anhydrous tanks down a little bit because anhydrous doesn't have a tendency to rise. It kind of wants to settle out along the ground. So if for whatever reason it starts to leak, it'll settle around the ground instead of trying to leak up into the area. But I built this because I was doing the co-op stuff at the start of the series, and so I built this out so it would be kind of realistic as well. Did I build anything else over here? Oh, this other seed house that I really love, this Pioneer one. This will actually, like, you can actually set it and it will actually, quote, create the seed. Also has a buying station on the backside over here under the first logger here. You can pull under with a seed tender and load up a seed tender. So I really love this mod too as well. Anything else that I did in town here? I don't think I did anything else in town here. Yeah, the racetrack that I never went to visit, and yeah, I wish I would have, but that's kind of weird by yourself. You just need someone else to play with consistently. Yeah. So we'll go over to the consignment yard that is still set up from the last episode, like I said, but the only reason I'm coming over here is to show the um, which did I never did. I'm gonna do this quick. Oh, well, it's saving, so give it a minute. All right, so production stuff. So I bought and built this grain mill because I wanted to be able to do more, but I never really got into it enough. But I kind of showed you guys a couple times. So I've been making bread for a little bit. Um, let's see, I haven't actually done this. I just want to see. Oh, there it is. Okay, cool. Wrong button. There we go. Stackable pallets, so that's a great mod as well. Um, but yeah, if FS25 has the same production stuff, I will definitely be using that more than I did in FS22, but I haven't played much of FS25. Like I said in the last episode or a couple episodes ago, I honestly only played it stream day and a little bit. I think just the day it came out and a little bit the next day, and then I kind of took a break because I wanted to be able to. Um, what was I? Sorry, I got distracted by a text message. I wanted to be able to do more. I don't know. I forgot what I was talking about now. So we're just going to go ahead and head up to the AGCO dealership that I built up here. Alright, so I built this dealership. It was set up as the AGCO dealership. I cleaned up all the tractors because it would actually lag pretty bad having the dealership set up fully. The Case one and then the Deere one that I had set up over there that we'll go look at in a minute. It would actually lag somewhat. It wouldn't be bad when it was just the dealership set up, but once I start setting up for the yearly consignment sale every time, then it would lag pretty bad. So let's go ahead and head over here to the John Deere dealership that I'm talking about. Yeah, so here's the John Deere dealership. Also had that all cleaned up, but yeah. This was kind of set up already for you. I had to put the sign down and expand the parking lot a little bit, but other than that, everything else was kind of set up already. And then I don't know why they didn't, unless they did more in a different version that they never released or something. But yeah, I set it up as a John Deere dealership because I really liked how it was set up. And yeah, here is the other co-op that I set up as well. I actually set this up different in the Through the Ages series, but kind of the same way. Kind of the same thing, trying to get two co-ops set up like, well, I'd say like real life, but now everyone keeps combining together and making crappier co-ops in our area. And so, yeah, all this got cleaned up a little while. Well, yeah, I sold everything because so I could sell the ground, so I didn't have to deal with it. But this was the neighbor setup. Used to be a bin here, shop here, storage shed, fuel stuff. Yeah, you'll have to watch a different episode to see what that looked like. But yeah, so yeah, I guess I think that'll just do it, guys. Used to have all these farms. You could see where I had combined fields, but when you sell the ground, the map doesn't recognize it and it just leaves it there. I ripped all this up and then ended up selling the ground because I just didn't want to deal with it. And yeah. So yeah, I'll head back over here to the main yard. But yeah, built these bridges here after I bought these two pieces as well. Well, actually, after I sold those and then bought these. But yeah. So I guess that's kind of the final tour, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed this series. If you did, leave the like at the bottom of this video. I hate asking for this stuff, but now it's just part of my routine, so it kind of just sounds dumb, and I just keep saying it, or I just keep saying it anyways then. But yeah, so like I said, that'll do it for this series, guys. I hope you enjoyed. If you did and you're not subscribed, you need to be subscribed at this point. I mean, you're following along anyways. So yeah, with that though, thank you guys for watching. I appreciate all your guys' support throughout this series, throughout the beginning of my channel so far. And I hope it continues to grow and we can make better and better content, or I can make better and better content for you guys well into the future. And yeah, so thank you guys again. I appreciate all your guys' support. And I'll see you guys in the next series, whatever that ends up being. I got a couple weeks here to decide, but you'll probably know in a different video I'll upload at some point. So yeah, again, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.